Have you ever felt like you're standing at the edge of something big, but just can't seem to break through? Like there's a barrier between you and the life you know you're meant to live? Well, today, that changes. Imagine unlocking the door to a reality where obstacles crumble, blessings flow, and your life aligns perfectly with God's divine purpose. What if I told you that the power to make this shift has been within your reach all along? Through the strength of faith and the Word of God, you can manifest the blessings you've been praying for and transform your destiny. But here's the catch: this isn't for the faint-hearted. It's for those ready to take a leap of faith, to engage fully with the spiritual forces at work, and to claim the victory that's been promised to them. Are you ready for what's next? Because tonight, everything changes. When faced with life's obstacles, the concept of spiritual warfare can seem daunting. Yet, it's in these moments that one discovers how to manifest blessings through Christian faith. Through prayer and the Word of God, obstacles, often termed stones of stumbling, are removed, allowing for a clearer path aligned with divine purpose. The preacher's narrative begins with a declaration of victory, immediately drawing the listener into a story where their reality can be transformed. This isn't just about the spiritual. It's about aligning thoughts with success and visualizing goals with the strength of faith, knowing that God's promises are within reach. In these teachings, there's a practical application. Visualize your goals as already achieved, with the understanding that divine intervention is not just possible, but promised. Take, for example, a personal challenge. Maybe it's a financial struggle or a difficult relationship. By incorporating daily prayer and focusing on scriptures that promise prosperity, you begin to transform your reality. Christian spirituality influences every aspect of life, guiding thoughts towards success and instilling a mindset of victory through Christ. It's more than just words. It's about experiencing the change that faith brings. This structured approach to spiritual warfare isn't about passivity. It's about active participation. The message is clear. Align your life with God's will, and you'll see obstacles fall away. This might mean rethinking how you approach challenges no longer as barriers, but as opportunities for God to show His power. Imagine starting each day with a prayer that not only asks for guidance, but also declares victory over every challenge ahead. It's about developing a habit, a mindset that expects blessings and looks for God's hand in every situation. As the preacher weaves this narrative, the audience is encouraged to not just listen, but to actively engage. The promise of divine action is not passive. It calls for belief and action. Whether it's through prayer, studying the Word, or even simple acts of faith, like speaking positively over your life, each step taken is one closer to seeing God's promises manifest. The sermon's structure builds anticipation, making the listener feel that immediate change is possible through faith. This sense of urgency and possibility makes the message not just impactful, but life-changing. There's no conclusion yet, only the beginning of a journey. As the listener delves deeper into the idea of spiritual warfare, they begin to understand that every struggle has a divine solution. The narrative naturally flows into the next topic as the importance of trusting in God's plan becomes evident. After all, if one believes that God removes obstacles, it's only logical to trust that His plan, even when unclear, is ultimately for the believer's good. This leads seamlessly into a discussion on trusting God's timing, setting the stage for the next part of the sermon's message. Understanding spiritual warfare naturally leads to a deeper need to trust in God's plan. After all, once you believe that God can remove obstacles from your path, it's essential to trust that His actions, even when they seem confusing or painful, are for your ultimate good. The preacher uses the story of Abraham and Lot to illustrate this, showing how sometimes separation or loss is a part of God's divine strategy. It's about aligning your life with divine purpose, even when the path isn't clear, trusting that God's vision for your life is far greater than your own. This trust isn't just a concept. It's something you can apply daily. For instance, consider a time when you faced a setback. Maybe you lost a job, or a relationship ended unexpectedly. Instead of seeing this as a defeat, see it as God's way of positioning you for something better. Christian spirituality teaches that every closed door is a divine redirection. The key is to embrace these moments with faith, believing that God is guiding your thoughts towards success and preparing you for the next step in His plan. This mindset of victory through Christ transforms how you approach life's challenges. The narrative of Abraham and Lot isn't just about historical events. It's a blueprint for modern-day faith. When you find yourself at a crossroads, unsure of which direction to take, remember that God's timing is perfect. He sees what you cannot, and His plan is always to prosper you. This idea is seamlessly woven into the sermon's structure, reinforcing the importance of trust. It's about learning the importance of positive thinking in Christianity, knowing that what seems like a setback is often a setup for something greater. As the preacher continues, there's an emphasis on the assurance that comes from trusting God's timing. When life feels uncertain, this trust becomes your anchor, grounding you in the belief that God's promises will manifest in your life. This is where faith truly comes into play, not just in the easy moments, but in the tough ones, where you're required to step out in faith, believing that God's plan will unfold in ways you can't yet see. It's about connecting faith and personal fulfillment, understanding that every delay has a purpose. This message naturally transitions into the next topic: active participation and faith. Trusting in God's plan isn't about waiting passively. It's about engaging actively with your faith, participating in what God is doing in your life. As you trust, you're also called to act, to take steps that align with God's will, further exploring how Christian faith can bring prosperity and guide you towards success. This leads seamlessly into the importance of being an active participant in your spiritual journey, setting the stage for the next discussion. Trusting in God's plan is just the beginning. To truly experience transformation, active participation in faith is essential. The preacher emphasizes this point, urging listeners to not just be passive recipients of God's blessings, but to engage actively in their spiritual journey. This involves prayer, sharing the message, and integrating faith into daily life. It's about discovering how to manifest blessings through Christian faith by taking concrete steps that align with God's will, transforming your reality through the power of prayer and the Word of God. Imagine starting your day with a focused prayer, asking God not only to guide you, but to empower your actions. It's more than just words. It's about setting intentions that align your life with divine purpose. Consider this: if you want to see change in your finances, your relationships, or your career, Start by actively involving God in your plans. Pray over your goals, visualize your success through the lens of faith, and take steps that reflect your trust in God's promises. Christian spirituality isn't just a belief system. It's a way of life that guides your thoughts towards success and manifests God's promises in your life. The preacher's call to action isn't just about spiritual growth. It's about practical engagement. Whether it's committing to a daily prayer routine, sharing the message with others, or diving deeper into the Word, these actions are ways to actively participate in your faith. For instance, you might decide to start a prayer journal, documenting your prayers and the ways God answers them. This not only strengthens your faith, but also serves as a powerful reminder of God's faithfulness. Through these actions, you're not just waiting for God to move, you're moving with Him, aligning your steps with His will. Active participation also means sharing your journey with others. The preacher encourages this by suggesting that listeners share the message with friends and family, creating a community of faith. This isn't just about spreading the word. It's about building a support system that uplifts and encourages. Think about how you can involve others in your spiritual practices, whether it's through group prayers, Bible studies, or simply discussing what you've learned with someone close. This creates a ripple effect where your faith influences those around you, bringing prosperity and guidance into their lives as well. This engagement naturally leads to the next topic: overcoming obstacles through prayer. As you actively participate in your faith, you'll inevitably face challenges. However, the preacher reassures that these obstacles are not insurmountable. Instead, they are opportunities to deepen your trust in God and witness the power of prayer in action. This sets the stage for a discussion on how prayer is not just a tool for overcoming difficulties, but a transformative practice that connects faith and personal fulfillment, manifesting God's will in every aspect of your life. As you actively participate in your faith, challenges will undoubtedly arise. But here's the good news. These obstacles are not just roadblocks, they're opportunities. The preacher emphasizes the power of prayer as a tool to overcome these challenges, encouraging listeners to see prayer not as a last resort, but as a powerful first step. When facing difficulties, whether they're personal, financial, or spiritual, prayer becomes the bridge that connects your current reality with the divine purpose God has for your life. Through prayer, you can align your thoughts with success and visualize your goals with the strength of faith. Think about the last time you faced a significant challenge. Perhaps it felt overwhelming, like there was no way out. In moments like these, turning to prayer can shift your perspective and bring clarity. By praying specifically about the obstacles in your path, you invite God's intervention, allowing His promises to manifest in your life. Christian spirituality teaches that no problem is too big for God. It's about developing a mindset of victory through Christ, where every obstacle is seen as an opportunity for God to show His power and bring you closer to His divine plan for your life. The preacher's message is clear. Prayer isn't just about asking for help, it's about declaring victory. When you pray, do so with confidence, knowing that God has already gone before you. For example, if you're dealing with financial stress, pray specifically for provision and wisdom. Ask God to open doors that you might not even see yet. Or if you're struggling in a relationship, pray for healing and understanding, trusting that God's timing and knowledge surpass your own. These prayers are not just words, they're powerful declarations that align your life with divine purpose. As you engage in this practice, you'll begin to notice a shift. Obstacles that once seemed insurmountable start to crumble as you trust in God's promises. The sermon's structure, which emphasizes the repetition of prayer, reinforces this idea, making it clear that overcoming obstacles is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. Each time you pray, you're actively participating in your faith, inviting God to work in your life in powerful ways. This continuous engagement with prayer strengthens your faith, guiding your thoughts towards success and ensuring that God's will is manifested in your life. This discussion on overcoming obstacles naturally leads to the importance of community and continuity. As you experience the power of prayer, you'll find that faith is not a solitary journey. The preacher encourages listeners to involve their families and communities in their spiritual practices, creating a support system that enhances the impact of their prayers. This sets the stage for the next topic, where the focus shifts to how building a community of faith can multiply the blessings you receive, ensuring that your journey is one of continuous growth and fulfillment. Faith is never meant to be a solitary journey. The preacher highlights the importance of building a community that shares in your spiritual practices, emphasizing that involving others can multiply the blessings you receive. Imagine the power of collective prayer, where not just you, but your entire family and circle of friends are aligned in seeking God's will. This sense of community strengthens your faith and creates a support system that helps you navigate life's challenges. It's about exploring how Christian spirituality influences every aspect of life, not just individually, but collectively, guiding everyone involved towards success and fulfillment. Consider starting small by inviting a few close friends or family members to join you in regular prayer sessions. These gatherings don't have to be formal sometimes. The most powerful moments happen in casual settings. The goal is to create a space where everyone feels comfortable sharing their struggles and victories, knowing that they're supported by a group that prays and believes together. This practice doesn't just bring people closer to each other. It aligns everyone with divine purpose, manifesting God's promises in each participant's life. It's a practical way to see how faith can bring prosperity and guide your thoughts towards success as a collective. The preacher's message on continuity is equally important. Faith isn't a one-time event, but a continuous journey that requires daily commitment. By establishing routines, such as regular prayer times or Bible studies with your community, you ensure that your spiritual growth remains consistent. This continuity is what sustains faith, even during difficult times. It's about learning the importance of positive thinking in Christianity and understanding that consistent spiritual practice transforms not only your destiny, but also the destiny of those around you. This is where faith and personal fulfillment intersect, creating a life that's rich with purpose and direction. Involving others in your spiritual journey also brings accountability. When you share your goals and prayers with a community, you're more likely to stay committed to them. This collective accountability fosters a deeper connection with God and with each other, ensuring that everyone involved is actively participating in their faith. As you witness the power of prayer in your life, share these experiences with your community, encouraging them to do the same. This sharing creates a cycle of encouragement and faith building, where each person's victory becomes a testament to God's faithfulness, inspiring others to believe and act on their faith. As the message comes full circle, the preacher subtly hints at the next step, applying all this knowledge to everyday life. The journey doesn't end with understanding. It continues with action. Now that you've explored how community and continuity play a role in your faith, the challenge is to apply these principles daily. This sets the stage for a conclusion that encourages the reader to take everything they've learned and put it into practice, fostering a life of continuous spiritual growth and personal fulfillment through the power of prayer and the Word of God. Now that you've unlocked the secrets to transforming your life through faith, the real challenge begins. Will you take the steps necessary to align your life with God's divine purpose, or will you let this moment slip away? The choice is yours, but the rewards are undeniable. Imagine what your life could look like if you embraced the power of prayer, actively participated in your spiritual journey, and built a community that uplifts and supports you. How would your reality shift if you trusted fully in God's plan, knowing that every obstacle is just another opportunity for His glory to shine through? Are you ready to see these changes manifest in your life? It's time to take action. Don't just listen, apply what you've learned, and watch as God's promises unfold before you. Start by making prayer a daily habit, involve others in your journey, and never stop believing that with faith, anything is possible. Remember, the journey doesn't end here, it's just beginning. So, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because you won't want to miss what's coming next. Together, we'll continue to explore how Christian faith can bring prosperity, guide your thoughts towards success, and transform your destiny. Let's make this journey one of victory and fulfillment.